Hello, I'm Delusion Dispeller. Happy Easter. I'm going to be giving you part 4 of borderline personality disorder in bite-sized pieces. Brainwashing techniques. The frustration of dealing with a person with borderline personality disorder is that they think that if anything is wrong with him or her, then everything is wrong with him or her. That they're worthless, useless, and people will not want to be around them or with them. So, this is their reasoning. I cannot have anything wrong with me. I couldn't bear it if I had anything wrong with me. But something went wrong, so it's got to be someone's fault. And since I can't have anything wrong with me, it's not my fault, so it's got to be your fault. Angry, impulsive, manipulative behavior is also used to keep you caring about the borderline personality person. After the bad situation ends and the borderline believes that he or she has what they want from you, you're still going to feel angry at having been manipulated and controlled. You're going to feel resentful, slighted, cheated, attacked, betrayed, abused. But the borderline thinks that he or she has kept you from really seeing just how flawed they are. So you should feel closer to them. I know it's insane. It's insanity. It's a weird way of thinking, but this is how they feel. So therefore, since you no longer see how messed up they are, you should feel closer to them and not want to leave them. If a borderline person dissociates, they will not recall the situation that they were in with you, and they won't understand accurately what really happened. You will be confused that the borderline does not get it, that they have not accepted responsibility for their bad actions, and they still expect you to love, appreciate them, and want them close to you. A borderline, even after apologizing, when feeling guilt and shame, may deny that they agreed with you, that their behavior was hurtful and wrong. By scolding them and saying, you should be ashamed of yourself, or humiliating them and saying, you're so stupid, I'm surprised you can even walk out the door as bad as you are, criticizing them, you're so ugly, you're too ugly to have any friends, name calling, you're a good for nothing wimp, screaming threats at them. All of these things do not work, and this has been done to them before. So, by getting angry, lashing out, that is not going to help them. It's just going to trigger them into more bad behavior. Their theory is if you leave me, um, expect to have all your electronics and your prized possessions smashed to pieces or given away by the time you come back. They will lash out. They will take revenge if you confront them. They use blaming. Everything is all your fault. You always screw up. You always make me look dumb and make me forget things, or you forget things. You don't remember things accurately. You're exaggerating. They'll be sarcastic. Yeah, sure you did that. You don't even remember what you did yesterday. You remember to do something? Don't make me laugh. They will exaggerate your faults and mock you to other people. They'll say things like, she constantly ignores me. Like a borderline mother will do this about a child when she's talking to other people. She constantly ignores me. She doesn't do what I tell her to do. She's such a bad child. He sits there with that dumb look on his face like he's retarded. They'll say stuff like that. They'll diminish their children. You don't need to eat. I'm the one that works hard all day. Who do you think is bringing in this money? Who do you think is supporting you? You don't need to call him. My call is more important than yours. Just basically feeling like everything they have is more important than you. They're unpredictable. You could be at the dinner table calmly eating, and suddenly the borderline will slam their fist and begin screaming about all of you hating them and watching them and plotting against them during the meal out of nowhere. They'll gaslight you. That's not how it happened at all. And you'll say, but I asked Shirley, she saw you walk in that house. No, I did not. And you don't know what you're talking about. I walked by that house. I didn't walk anywhere on the porch or near the house. You're lying. Stirring up drama because it's exciting and it helps them feel alive when they have constant drama going. In fact, if things die down and there's not enough drama, they will start more. no-win situations. A borderline may want something one moment and then not want it the next moment, but he or she feels ashamed for all their actions and sees you as a all good or all bad. So a borderline cannot admit their inconsistency. They'll often tell you that you are the untrusty one or the confused one. So I can give you a little example of this. Back with my borderline, probably narcissistic mentor, former mentor, there was an incident about my hair. Now, I'm an everyday person. You know me. Take me as you see me, whatever. I might have a bad hair day. I'm still going to come online and make a video, whatever. Try to do my hair nice, but it doesn't always look the best. Some days are better than others. Some of you say you like my hair up, whatever. So I went to her house and we were about to go to her church the next day, and I was going to give a teaching. I guess you say preaching, whatever. And it was on codependency, actually, the thing that I talked about. So we'll call her Kathy, okay? That wasn't her name. We're going to call her Kathy. So Kathy says, "Aren't you fixing your hair before church? Let me show you how." So she takes me in the bathroom. She has me tip my head forward, teases all my hair like over my head, and then I flip my hair back up and she sprays it like that. And then just sort of pats it down. And then she did something else where she brushed it like back in a roll, kind of like how they wear it on TBN. Like Tammy Faye Baker wore her hair like this. And that's pretty much the look she was going for. That's what she meant by fix my hair. And I'm like, there's no way I would sit and do that every day, Kathy. It's not going to happen. Well, that's fine. I'm just showing you, for church, you can wear your hair how you want. And then she said to me, "Don't let anybody ever tell you." She's like, "Listen to me, girly. Don't let anybody ever tell you how you have to wear your hair, how you have to do your clothing, how you have to do this or that." Now, mind you, this was the very person who took me out and bought me clothes because she didn't like the way my clothes looked and she felt I should have better clothes. So don't let anybody tell you how to do anything. You don't have to fix your hair if you don't want to. So the next morning I wake up, I just threw my hair back in a ponytail or whatever. She's like, "Why didn't you fix your hair?" And she's like looking at me. I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Nothing, never mind." I'm like, "What is wrong? You're staring at me, Kathy. I don't get what is the issue." And when I kept pressing her, she finally said, "I just don't get why you didn't fix your hair." I said, "But you told me it was my choice. I didn't have to fix it if I didn't want to." She says, "I know, but I don't know. I don't get why you wouldn't want to." So trying to please them, her and her husband, the next day I tried to tease, spray, and fix my hair exactly the way she had it. I was all proud of myself. I walk out there. Her husband says to me, "Your hair's not done how she taught you." I said, "Yes, it is." He says, "No, it's not. Do you realize how long Kathy stands in front of the mirror every morning and does her hair? Do you realize it takes her hours to get her hair just right? That's what you need to be doing with yours." And I said, "Well, it's exactly the way she did it yesterday." He's like, "No, it's not. It's not like she taught you and showed you." I said, "Well, she said I don't have to, and she was fine with me not doing it." So when she gets up, she comes in and glares at me, and they both start mocking me and making fun of me and saying they don't understand why I don't know how to fix my hair. So they both had a fit and whatever, and I was double bound all the way around. No matter what I did, it was wrong. So yeah, that's definitely a borderline type of trait, or even a narcissistic one. Darn if you do, darn if you don't. Now, in friendship, the borderline will start out being friendly. They'll even idealize you or idolize you. And soon they will feel engulfed and smothered. They may even accuse you of trying to hook up with their family, take their friends away. They feel like you're getting too close. They're not used to people being close to them, except that they pull them close and then they hate them at the same time. They feel a loss of control. They're afraid you're going to see the real person that's inside of them, and then you'll hate them and abandon them. So They'll start doing things to push you away so they can say, you left them. I didn't leave them, they left me, type of thing. They'll even start fights with you. The more intimate a relationship with a borderline becomes, the more the borderline feels loss. Yet they also feel like you're engulfing them. It's weird, I know. Okay, if you agree to do something with a borderline person, but the borderline blows you off, you might become angry and give up on them, or try to set boundaries. And when you do that, the borderline may feel like he or she was correct about the fact that they're a hated person and a loathful person, and nobody's ever going to like them. Because you set a boundary, you're trying to get away from them, you're trying to push them away. Therefore, they must be a terrible person. If you forgive a person, alternately, this goes back and forth. If you forgive them and say, hey, I'm not going anywhere, it's okay, we'll work this out, we'll make the relationship work, then they might do things to get you purposely upset so that they can see you as the bad guy and themselves as the victim. This makes the borderline's world easier because now you're both guilty. You're guilty if you stay, because why would you stay with somebody that treated you that way? You're guilty if you leave because, hey, everybody's always left me and you're just like everybody else. You can't win. It's a no-win situation. Borderlines do not like being compared to children, but they realize that they behave as children. That's all I have for this chapter and this part of it. Thanks for watching. It is part 4, so I will be doing part 5 shortly. Stay tuned.